Hello, everybody. It's been a long, extended period here on the Ripley Boys Radio, but we are finally back, and we're going to talk a little IUBB today. Game tonight at Assembly Hall. They host the Ohio State Buckeyes. We're going to start with a little prelude here. So, Ohio State, obviously coached by Chris Holtmann, Taylor University graduate, which is in Indiana. He scored 936 points and helped the Trojans to a number one ranking in an Elite Eight appearance in the 1994 NAIA tournament. He coached at Butler for 3 years and went to the tournament every single year. So he knows a thing or two about Indiana basketball. So at Ohio State, he's got 135 wins, 77 losses rolling into this game tonight, and he's currently 7-3 against Indiana at Ohio State. So it leads into a little bit of off-season traffic here. The Hoosiers were looking at a player from Minnesota who was definitely the best player on Minnesota's squad last year in Jamison Battle. You know, they tried to get him. It was up to Indiana and Ohio State. Ultimately chose Ohio State. Benny, do you think he's going to have any
Redemption.
benefit today?
Uh, I mean, maybe. I knew there were some other teams on that list in the transfer, but like Indiana, I will admit, as an IU fan, Indiana can be a very hateable Big Ten team, and so yeah, he probably has some hate for Indiana, but I don't know if there's like any revenge in a sense
But do you think he's going to
for
play a
him.
little harder tonight, or do you think it's reversed? The IU guys are saying, the team's saying, well, he didn't want to play with us. Well, we're going to show him what he's missing.
Well, clearly we don't have any type of fire in us, so yeah, IU has no fire in them, so I don't think it's the reverse one. I think yeah, but Jamison Battle, I think yeah, he'll definitely play harder than he usually does, but I'm not gonna I'm not gonna sit here and say he's gonna play the game of his life because I just don't think he will. I mean, this could be just another Big Ten game for him.
Yep. So let's just get right into it. So this game, obviously at Assembly Hall, tonight at 8 p.m., I believe. Ken Palm has this game as Ohio State winning at Assembly Hall, 76-73. The Ohio State has two losses this year, coming in the tournament game against Texas A&M and at Penn State, which is a horrific loss because Penn State is not good at all. So, Benny, who do you think comes out on top?
I think Indiana comes out on top here. I mean, you're in Assembly Hall on a Saturday night in primetime hoops. I mean,
No
I'm not.
students, though.
Not
Still no
I,
students.
I don't know. I mean, I think the fans are going to be rocking, and it's just going to be a really good game. And we could definitely come out with a win. And well, it would really help us. But it's like, I mean, of course, anytime you're at Assembly Hall and you play for Indiana, you feed off of the crowd's energy. We saw it in the Kansas game. You're going to sit here and tell me if they play on a neutral site, we're going to lose by 4? Are you kidding me? No, we were feeding off the energy of that game. And I think we're going to feed off the energy again tonight because last year when Ohio State played us, yes, they were worse and we were better, but there was definitely energy being fed off there. And I just don't think that I mean, I just don't think that Ohio State's going to be able to keep up with us with that type of energy.
So, my personal opinion, and people listening, I also run a model. My model has Ohio State winning by one. But in my opinion, I do think Indiana can win this game. The problem is that you have to stop the guard play. Ohio State has been guard play pretty much in existence since Aaron Kraft and all of those guys. And Jared Sullinger was a big, but he was more of like a big guard because he could
Yeah.
shoot threes. So to me, I think Renew can have a big game. Where I don't really see, he just kind of sucks in my opinion. Like he's kind of soft. He's got a little game inside, but his touch isn't great. You kind of just need him to extend the floor. He's a pretty good shot blocker, but he also just goes for shot blocks no matter what. So
Yeah.
he leaves the board pretty much, he leaves the rim pretty much wide open for offensive rebounds and putbacks. That's going to be a problem in this game. And I also think that there's not a single person on this IU team that can guard Bruce Thornton, who's averaging like 17 a game. Um, so that's going to be a problem. Stopping the guards is definitely going to be the number one priority. Now, I think they can kind of match this out where they run a little transition and it's kind of a back and forth game. So maybe looking at the total over. Um, but I think it'll be an exciting game. I think obviously the Hoosier faithful will be there loud and proud. And, it's
Yeah.
either going to be very loud and ecstatic because, they're winning, or they're going to be what I believe they probably are going to boo Woodson off the court for, the last several games that have been well lackluster, let's just say.
Right.
But I think it definitely will be a one possession game. I think it'll come down to the end. Probably a ref whistle for some free throws at the end for IU, and I think IU can come out on top by, one or two free throws.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't see that. I don't see Bruce Thornton having 17 points in Assembly Hall. And I mean, I
Who's going to
also
guard him? Who's going to stop him from
Trey
getting
Trey
17?
Galloway, and I mean Trey Galloway, we play a horrible defense, but I would say our best defender in our starting lineup probably Trey Galloway if you think about it.
I think he's the only one who plays hard, yeah,
Yeah.
on defense.
And it's like, but nobody else. And I mean, another guy Jamison Battle is gonna have a very good game, and or somebody like Roddy Gale Jr. And that's all because Mackenzie Mbako is gonna be guarding one of them.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, you had a good game, and I'm not knocking a good game, but did you really have a good game, or was Mackenzie Mbako guarding you?
Well, it doesn't matter who's put in front of him. If he's scoring points, then it is what it is. He got his. But, Mbako's not, he is kind of NBA ready already. He's kind of got that mindset where he's going to slack off on D, but on offense, he can light you up. The problem
Yeah.
is every time he touches the ball, he shoots. So he's either going to have
And
a really good night and really help you out, or he's going to be the exact opposite, and it's just going to be a walking turnover.
right. And that's the same thing with like a CJ Gunn. I mean, you know what he's going to do is he's going to catch the ball and he's going to jump to the freaking ceiling and take a mid-range shot. I mean, every time. And see, like, there's nothing else that he can really do, and that's one of the other issues that I have with like Caleb Banks and CJ Gunn. They're MAC players,
Yeah.
and Peyton Sparks is the same way.
Yeah.
MAC player. I'm sorry, Anthony Leal. He plays hard. He can apparently hit a three, but I
Not a
don't
Big
know.
Ten player.
He's not a Big Ten player, and I really like him, and he really plays hard. But he's not a Big Ten player, and like those three guys, your Caleb Banks, your C.J. Gunn, and your Anthony Leal, and Peyton Sparks the four. That's four players that are MAC players. So it's like we have no depth really at all. Gabe Cups can't put the ball in the basket. Who's he gonna guard? Like, and
Bruce Thornton
well,
tonight.
yeah, he can guard him, and he'll guard Bruce Thornton. And I don't think Bruce Thornton will have that good of a game because just up front defense, up front defense, I think Gabe Cups is really good at. But there's no way Gabe Cups is gonna run down and hit a catch and shoot three. It's just not gonna happen. I mean, you got to score to win, and if we can't score and we can't play defense,
Well,
we're kind of
you're not getting defense.
yeah,
So the offense has to be there. The defense has never been there the entire year.
yeah,
So offense has to be key tonight. It's a little quick video, little short preview for you guys. We're going to have a big episode tomorrow. We're going to talk for probably 2 or 3 hours about IU basketball, Purdue basketball. And did you guys see that big win yesterday?
yeah.
Painter almost choked. I'm gonna have a lot to say about that. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you guys later.